Coming up on this edition of Rock 11 Now, the plan to improve the land along one of Rockville's most traveled roadways is now reality. And Rockville makes sure that students have what they need to make the grade this year in school. Plus, Rockville represents in Rio. 2 hometown Olympians bring home Olympic gold medals, and one even makes history while doing it. All this and much more on the September edition of Rock 11 Now. Hey everyone, I'm Willie James Zimmerman, your host for Rock 11 Now. There's a lot going on in Rockville, so let's get into it. We begin with the approval of a plan that's been in the works for quite some time. The 2016 Rockville Pike Neighborhood Plan is an update to a portion of the city's 2002 Comprehensive Master Plan and replaces the previous 1989 Rockville Pike Neighborhood Corridor Plan. Here's Rock 11 Now's Kathleen Dantzler with the 2016 adopted Rockville Pike Neighborhood Plan, and she's going to tell you what it means for you.
All right, there's a motion on the floor and it's been properly seconded. All those in favor, please raise your hand. It is unanimous. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much.
And with that vote, the new vision for Rockville Pike is in place.
For all the years, the blood, sweat, and tears that have gone into this, and you have spent a lifetime on this. So thank you very much for your collective leadership on this.
It is a great compromise, and we are moving forward on something that will transform the Pike.
Bottom line, change is coming, and the Rockville Pike Neighborhood Plan is the city's way of organizing that change for you. Rockville's Department of Community Planning and Development Services estimated in 2015 that 3,530 people lived along the 2-mile stretch of the plan area. Fast forward to 2040, where the population is projected to more than triple to 11,800. Not to mention that in 2040, 1/3 of all new jobs in Rockville are expected to be along the Pike. That's why Rockville is planning for your future. So, what is the Rockville Pike Neighborhood Plan? Let's get into it. At its core, the plan is structured to improve life for residents and better locations for businesses. It paves the way for the city's vision of transforming the Pike by urbanizing residential and business development. It establishes policies for land use, including transportation, parks, and open space, and other infrastructure for the next 2 decades. With so many people living and working along the Pike, the plan lays out the framework for smarter, safer, and more convenient city living. So, why do we need a plan? The Pike is the main artery for transportation in the city, and transportation is key. The plan proposes new bike-friendly lanes and wider walkways. It also recommends new street grids, making travel in nearby neighborhoods easier and reduces traffic flow on the Pike. To encourage more public transit, it improves access to metro, local buses, and makes accommodations for the future study of the bus rapid transit system. The plan ensures that existing neighborhoods are protected and that new neighborhoods are attractive and accessible, all while retaining and bringing in local and national businesses to continue the long-standing economic viability of the Pike. Simply put, it makes the land work for you. After all, it's your city, your Pike. The city's community planning department has made extensive outreach efforts to keep citizens involved and informed during the development of the plan. It's been crafted from the perspective of the people who live and work in Rockville. Take a glimpse at the south end of the Pike and you'll see the progress already being made. Buildings that are taller, closer to the street, and much easier to get to. See the final plan along with previous versions, hear public testimony, and much more on the city's website at rockvillemd.gov/RockvillePike.
Last month, Rockville's annual report was completed. The report takes a look at some of the accomplishments of each city department in the fiscal year that ended back in June, all accomplished with the guidance and policies that were set forth by the mayor and council. The report also looks at each department's plan for the current fiscal year. And here's a snapshot of what you can see in the annual report, courtesy of Rock 11 Now's Tony Playa.
Community engagement is evident in Rockville's annual report. Recycling and refuse collected 19,612 tons, and 49.4% was recycled or composted. 300,000 paid a visit to our world-class swim and fitness center, plus The annual holiday drive helped more than 1,000 families in November and December. Protecting and serving was once again proven with the Rockville City Police Department collaborating with 13 civic associations to maintain a strong business and neighborhood watch program. To learn more about how City of Rockville departments engaged with the community throughout the 2016 fiscal year, look for the full annual report as part of September's Rockville Reports in mailboxes in early September, or find it online by searching Annual Report at rockvillereports.com later this month.
Rockville's own Mayor Bridget Donald Newton has been elected to the Board of Directors of the Maryland Municipal League. She will also be appointed chair of the Legislative Committee. MML is a nonprofit and nonpartisan association that supports municipal government through advocacy and development of effective leadership. And it's time to highlight those who protect and serve. The Rockville City Police Department received a full accreditation for its continuous commitment to excellence in law enforcement by the Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies. RCPD is in a class of its own by meeting 100% of all 373 requirements set forth by the Commission. Now, that's a very rare accomplishment.
You always strive for the best. The award basically allows others to know that we're a professional agency, that we're practicing the most up-to-date policies and procedures.
It's certainly an accomplishment. CALEA allows you to overlook or bypass 20% of the optional standards. We met every single standard that CALEA determined we had to adhere to.
Now, this is the 8th time that the Rockville City Police Department has received the prestigious accreditation since it first received the designation back in March of 1994. All right, there's still a lot more to come on the Rock 11 Now. While some teens were out enjoying the spoils of summer vacation, these teens spent summer putting others first. That's on the way, but first, check out this video of a new way to enjoy your lunch hour in Town Square.
Yep. 1, 2.
Lunch Out Live is a new weekly music series taking place on Thursdays right here on East Montgomery Avenue, and it's going to take place every Thursday through October 27th. This was put together as a fun way for the community to come out during lunchtime and enjoy the businesses along Regal Row here, have some lunch, enjoy some music, and have a good lunchtime. So we hope to see you all here.
Welcome back to Rock 11 Now. Thanks for staying with us. Giving back. That's how some local teens spent their summer break as part of a teen volunteer summer camp right here in Rockville. Here's more about the program that helps teens learn the value of volunteering.
We have cleaned various places. We've worked with 2 different artists, corporations to help them get art out. We have gone to Interfaith and worked in a couple of shelters. We went to the senior center and did activities with them.
While the program helps students fulfill their community service requirements to graduate, after 6 weeks of volunteering and giving back, it really puts things in perspective.
During this program, I definitely feel a lot more appreciative of what I have.
I used to think that doing community service was very difficult and time consuming and just not fun. But once you really buckle down and do it, it's not only fun, but it's very rewarding.
And Rockville knows that creating opportunity for community service and mentoring are essential to a strong foundation for high school students getting ready for the real world. In fact, the city has spearheaded a youth mentoring program for over 20 years.
The City of Rockville Mentoring Program is entering into its 21st year, and we're very proud of it. We are currently at 4 different sites, and I have 60 youth that participate, and they're matched one-on-one with mentors, where they meet once a week for 1 hour and work on academic goals as well as relationship building, social skills, and support.
It's good to have things that are local, so you don't have to go somewhere else to do a program. You know that your city has a program to do something.
For more information on programs like this right here in Rockville, take a look at the Community Services page on our website. And now that summer is over, Rockville is helping get your student ready to head back to school with this year's Back to School Jam.
People pay $2 and get a backpack full of essential items that'll really kick the school year off with a bang.
How do you like your backpack tonight?
It's so cool.
I really like Finding Dory ever since I first saw the movie.
What's your favorite thing about school?
My favorite thing about school is having fun.
I'm thrilled. That's why I chose to live in the city of Rockville. They have so many resources for the kids, and they do so many great events.
This is the 16th year that the Back to School Jam was held at the Lincoln Park Community Center. Some budding artists' work is brightening up the walkway on North Washington Street. Check out this painting done by students from Maryville Elementary. CBG Building Company is constructing Brightview Rockville Town Center senior apartments, and they asked the 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders to make a painting that shows what they do for fun in their neighborhood. The finished project is definitely a work of art. All right, there's still more to come on the September edition of Rock 11 Now. And it's time to put your heart where your wallet is, as the Rockville Rewards program reboots for another year of helping local nonprofits. And Rock 11 goes to the area's largest women's business development conference. We'll tell you what it was all about right after this message about the Rockville Farmers Market.
Coming up in the next couple of months, like I say, we're going to have our apples. We'll be getting into our winter squashes. We'll have pumpkins and gourds, and also we'll get back into some of our fall vegetables, cauliflower, and maybe some lettuce and things like that. Honeycrisp will be ready here in about 3 weeks. It's one of the first real popular eating apples for the season. They take a lot of calcium, and a lot of times they'll spot, and you'll lose, well, maybe a third of them. That's what makes them so expensive. Even for the packers, for in the grocery stores, they all have that's why they're so expensive. Our tomatoes here, these are what we call our field tomatoes. We also grow in our high tunnel, which we're picking and selling now. These here will be ready in the next week, and we're going to have loads of tomatoes to sell. These will be in season till, will be late September. These will be for good eating, canning, making sauce will be excellent for that.
Get ready to shop and save to benefit local nonprofits. Rockville Rewards reboots this September.
The Rockville Rewards program is funded by a grant from the City of Rockville, and the program allows businesses to sign up to offer a discount to people who hold the card, and the people who sell the cards are local nonprofits.
The Student Ambassador Program started as a way to give students a leadership role at the college. One year they were invited to speak at a national conference about their program and about how they worked with first-year students. We had no money. And our provost at the time recommended that we might want to think about the Rockville Reward Card program as a way of raising the money to go on the trip.
And we actually have classes, special needs classes, and we work directly with Special Olympics Maryland. This last year we started a dance program with Special Olympics Maryland. We had over 50 kids sign up for it.
And for all you savvy shoppers out there, remember you can purchase your card for $25 at any participating nonprofit or online. Just head over to rockvillerewards.com for more information. The Maryland Women's Business Center and Rockville Economic Development Incorporated teamed up once again for their annual Power Conference. And as usual, the Start Right competition was a part of the conference. The competition gives a boost to women entrepreneurs looking to start their own business.
So the Start Right Business Plan competition is open to young businesses who have been in business 3 years or less, are at least 51% women-owned, and are located somewhere in the state of Maryland. So it's a great opportunity for us to encourage women business owners not only to start business plans, but to actually finish those business plans.
They have provided a lot of mentorship and support through their workshops, through the competition process. And I feel much more confident as a woman entrepreneur to be able to move forward with my business plan.
One of the success stories we have is our business plan intensive, and I say that because it really is a preparatory course for those that are looking to participate in the Start Right Business Plan competition, because for 6 weeks they have an opportunity to work with a trainer, counselor, learn what they need to do to put their business plan together to give them a fairer shot when they're going and presenting in front of a host of judges.
This is the 13th year for the Power Conference and the Start Right competition. Rockville is working to help seniors stay in their homes for as long as they want with its Senior Villages movement. Recently, the mayor and council approved a new position dedicated to Rockville's Senior Villages. And while that search continues, the Rockville Senior Center is working to help build neighborhood villages where seniors can connect with people who care.
We want the possibility for seniors to age in place, as well as seniors to meet their neighbors and help community members. This is an intergenerational concept, so we just like seeing neighbors help neighbors.
So the idea of villages would be that people in the neighborhood might help an older person with groceries or with driving somewhere, but it's not a one-way street. The older person can then help the younger families, either with babysitting or teaching them new skills. Just a mutual one hand washes the other kind of situation.
Find out how you can get involved with the Senior Villages movement at the Ready Start Grow meeting on Saturday, October 8th from 10 to noon at the Senior Center. And for more information on Senior Villages, head over to rockvillevillages.org or call Rockville Senior Center at 240-314-8800. All right, you don't want to go away because we still have a lot more coming up on Rock 11 Now. We're going to take you to a community in Rockville that prides itself on diversity and its long-standing history. And we'll be taking Rockville roll call later with the Community Services Department. That's on deck, so stay with us. Welcome back to Rock 11 Now. As summer comes to a close, members of the Lincoln Park community came together for a neighborhood block party and to reconnect with old friends.
It's like a family that I haven't seen for a while, and it's nice to see it again. Not only my age, but the new generation that's coming up.
A celebration of community, diversity, friendship, and family in Lincoln Park. Nearly 300 people from almost 50 different families turned out for this special family affair themed get-together.
A few months ago, I heard a sermon about who is your neighbor, getting to know your neighbor. That's what we've got to do. Past, present, and future is to know each other, be on one accord, that when times like this come together, we're all in unity.
And Rockville's Lincoln Park area has a very rich African American history that dates back to the 1850s, and it is being kept alive by the generations who still call this area home.
My grandparents, my great-grandparents all grew up in here. So this means a lot to us, you know, the preservation of the community. It's been said it takes a village to raise a child, and I am living proof of that because this neighborhood definitely raised me. It was one tight-knit group, and I am so proud to have lived here, lived my life here.
The Lincoln Park community prides itself on its diversity and being one of the best parts of Rockville, and proving that this city is a place where anyone, no matter where you come from, once you're here, you're home.
I've lived here for almost 34 years, 34 years. And, you know, I feel the same way. I didn't grow up here, but it gets in your blood. And it's a wonderful community that embraces people and just is very welcoming.
All right, for all you bookworms out there, the 20th annual F. Scott Fitzgerald Literary Festival is coming this October, and it's going to be right here in Rockville. And this year, the F. Scott Fitzgerald Award of Achievement in American Literature will go to Peabody Award winner and the founder and host of A Prairie Home Companion and the Writer's Almanac, Garrison Keillor. The festival will be on Saturday, October 29th at the Best Western Plus Hotel on West Montgomery Avenue. Head over to fscottfestival.org for more information. And for all you car lovers out there, get ready because this year's Antique and Classic Car Show is just around the corner. Once again, the grounds of Glenview Mansion will transform into an outdoor showroom where more than 550 antique and classic cars go on display. So save the date. The 55th Annual Antique and Classic Car Show is Saturday, October 15th from 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Rockville represents in Rio at the 2016 Olympics. We'll recap some hometown Olympians' gold medal wins. Plus, find out about the connection the Rockville Swim and Fitness Center has to the Olympics. That's all coming up right after this.
Rockville's premier source for news and information is now online. RockvilleReports.com is your online source for all the latest happenings in the city. From videos, pictures, even links to the city's website. RockvilleReports.com, your digital source for all things Rockville.
Buying locally, you get a lot fresher fruit, and also you actually know where it came from and who handled your fruit, and food safety is a big issue in some things. And we just enjoy doing what we're doing, getting up, and you actually see what you've done, and you're serving the public with good fresh fruit. Farmers markets, you also meet different people from different areas and different cultures, and that way you can bring the fresh fruit right to them, and they can enjoy the same thing we can here at home.
Welcome back to Rock 11 Now. Thanks for staying with us. Team USA wrapped up the Olympics with a record-breaking 121 medals, 46 of them gold. Rock 11 Now's Kathy Dantzler tells us about two Olympians with Rockville ties. Kathy?
Willie, let's just say our two hometown Olympians got into it. At least 2 of the 46 gold medals were won by Rockville natives Jack Conger and Helen Maroules. Jack swam in the preliminary 4x200 men's freestyle relay, which set up Team USA to win the gold later in the finals. And Helen, well, let's just say this young lady doesn't mess around. She made history becoming the first American woman to win a gold medal in freestyle wrestling. Here at Rockville 11, we're commemorating their wins with this special video edited by Rock 11's Tony Playa.
Maroules, she's pushed her out for the first time in over 4 years. Yoshida is beaten.
We've got another Longhorn in the pool for the Americans in his Olympic debut, Jack Conger.
All right, thanks so much, Kathy and Tony. Now, did you know that the Rockville Swim and Fitness Center has a legacy of training Olympic team swimmers? That's true, and that's exactly what Rock 11 Now's Jacob McLernan found out.
With the Olympics coming and going last month in Rio de Janeiro, Rockville watched and cheered as hometown Olympian Jack Conger helped the USA swim team qualify for the finals in the men's 200-meter freestyle. That race paved the way for Team USA to win the gold. Here's some trivia for you. Rockville Swim and Fitness Center has a long-standing history of training competitive swimmers, with some even reaching the Olympic swim team.
I've been here over 30 years, and in that time, we've had well over 20, 30 kids that have made the Olympic trials. We've had 3 swimmers that have actually made an Olympic team. Our first was Clay Britt. Unfortunately, it was 1980, and we boycotted the Olympics, so he didn't go. Had Mike Berriman, who basically swam with us since he was 9 years old, and Dan Veach, who swam with us as well. But all 3 made Olympic teams swimming out of this site.
With the recent $2.6 million swim pool renovation, you can experience swimming like an Olympian in the Olympic-sized pool. Plus, take advantage of the swim clubs, lessons, and even competitive swim training.
I mean, we have over 100 years of coaching experience here, and we pass this on to all kids. You know, we believe we can develop anybody into a top-level swimmer, and we've proven it.
But if competitive swimming is not for you, you can take part in some of the other programs that the Swim and Fitness Center has to offer.
We have a Learn to Swim program that starts in late August and early September. That's for individuals looking to develop and learn skills in the water and build their confidence to join a swim team program in the future, or just build their confidence in and around the water in general. Also, we have programs for those interested in general exercise on the land side of the equation. We have Zumba classes, we have different classes for yoga and Pilates, as well as drop-in hours for lap swim in the fitness room.
For more information on the Swim and Fitness Center, head to rockvillemd.gov/swim center. For Rock 11 Now, I'm Jake McLarnon.
And finally, we're here to shine a light on some of the people that make sure you know about everything Rockville has to offer. It's time for one of my favorite segments, and that's called Rockville Roll Call. And the Department of Community Services, or the Community Crusaders, as we like to call them, you're on deck.
Rockville has a really good reputation for providing really good services for its community, for really kind of catering to the needs and to the requests that are made by the public. I think that kind of, it's talked about frequently about the big city with a small town feel. I think that's really accurate. And I think there's something about that feeling of community that's really kind of awesome about working here and living close by. The Maryville Linkages to Learning program as the community schools, you know, providing access and information to services that they may be eligible for, mental health counseling for a select number of kids, providing parenting programs, parent informational sessions, and really just partnering with the school to really try to meet as many of the needs of that community. The Latino Youth Development Program, which really has kids who are referred to it from the schools who the schools really think that could benefit from additional services. And so with that, we utilize sports, specifically soccer, as an avenue to really be able to bring in the kids so that we can work on homework, academics. We can do things like gang prevention trainings. We do workshops that are slated around, that are focused around drug abuse and prevention. The mentoring program that runs out of 4 sites across the city. It's approximately 60 kids. And again, it's fostering a relationship with a caring adult, providing academic assistance, and really kind of doing some out-of-school time activities. A youth and family counselor, he comes in and he provides therapeutic services. He goes to the different schools during the school year and provides services to Rockville kids that again may not have access to them. He's able to really kind of get in there and talk to those kids and work with them so that before it becomes a more pervasive and more challenging problem. REAP is another program that's operated through the division, and the purpose of that program specifically is to be able to provide clients with financial assistance. The annual holiday drive, it serves anywhere from 500 to 700 families, both in Thanksgiving and during the holidays, the December holidays, and that's made successful in part because we're able to really work with hundreds of volunteers, hundreds of donors who really contribute and really provide assistance to the families in Rockville. It's pretty amazing, like when you really see a child, when you see an adult, when you see a family really make those changes and are really kind of able to move forward and then be more self-sufficient. That's by far the best part of my job. There is few things that are more rewarding than knowing that I have such a great team that works with me.
And that's going to do it for this month's edition of Rock 11 Now. Remember, you can count on us for the latest news and happenings right here in Rockville. And new this month, the City of Rockville has joined Nextdoor, a social media platform for neighborhoods, to keep you in the know about what's going on in your town. And you remember, you can check out our online newsletter. Head over to rockvillereports.com. And to keep up with Rock 11, subscribe to the City of Rockville's YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at Rockville11, on Instagram at RockvilleMD, and like us on Facebook. Again, thanks for joining us. I'm Willie James Inman, and on behalf of all of us here at the Rock 11 Now News team, we'll see you next time.